As the president, I can make mistakes. Point it to me. I will resolve that conflict, that error. Perfection is only that of God Almighty.
What a word from Tinubu. But do not be deceived, because words are sheep.
But you are there to help me succeed. Success I must achieve by all means necessary.
The question is, does the man Tinubu have the character? You need to find out from this video by watching it to the end, and help me share it. You're welcome back again, people. This is BVI Channel 1, where we tell you undiluted truth, crossing all the T's and dotting all the I's from this government. To be honest with you, I came across a video that someone sent to me where Tinubu made a speech. What a wonderful speech you need to listen to. I'll be right back.
Don't be afraid to take decisions, but don't be antagonistic of your supervisor. If they are wrong, debate it. I stand before you, and I've claimed several occasions, and I'm saying today again, as the president, I can make mistakes. Point it to me. I will resolve that conflict, that error. Perfection is only that of God Almighty. But you are there to help me succeed. Success I must achieve by all means necessary. We have great minds, great intellectuals, great intellects, and all that we need. When we were discussing this retreat, I said, other than members of diplomatic corps to give us goodwill and inspiration, don't invite any foreigner to give me a lecture about governance. I've been through it, and I believe in Nigeria. A start. It started from the day I was sworn in. The bold endeavor is only achieved through courage, determination, and focused leadership. We are going through the reform painfully, and we still have other challenges. Don't be a clog in the wheel of Nigerian progress. Let us look forward. Let us be determined that corruption will go. Progress will be achieved. Better wages for our workers. Living wages. We will transform the economy to work for millions of our citizens. We must take 50 million people out of poverty. We must build healthcare that works for all. Look around, don't be wicked. Look at the standard of education. Look at the classrooms. Look at the roads. We can only spend the money. We will find it. We cannot spend the people.
Good. This is just an extract from the too many things he said. But from the word you heard, one would liken Tinubu to be a repentant soul. a man of humility, a leader that is ready to learn and listen and take correction. My people, far from it. Far from it. Did you hear the latest? Apart from approving more than 40-something billion naira for vehicles he used to settle the National Assembly, he has also added more to the budget to acquire fleet of cars for Aso Rock Villa. The presidential fleet, he is expanding it like Bill of Okereka. He included more fleets to the office of the First Lady.
In the wake of the outrage, trailing the approval of 57.6 billion naira for sports utility vehicles for lawmakers, President Bola Ahmed Tinubu is said to have submitted a supplementary budget to the National Assembly requesting the allocation of over 7.3 billion naira for the procurement of vehicles for the State House. In the same budget, the Office of the First Lady is set to receive 1.5 billion naira for the purchase of new vehicles. The budget request is set to be part of President Tinubu's broader proposal, which includes a 2.17 trillion supplementary budget for approval by the National Assembly. Within the supplementary budget, the government intends to allocate 2.9 billion naira for the acquisition of sports utility vehicles designated for the presidential villa, and an additional 2.9 billion naira for the replacement of existing vehicles at the presidential villa. Dr. Abati, you know that this will raise a lot of eyebrows, but you know that there is more. The breakdown of the proposed expenses also include the sum of 4 billion naira for the renovation of the residential quarters of the president, while renovation of Dodan Barracks, the official residence of the president in Lagos, would also gulp another 4 billion naira. Also, the sum of 2.5 billion naira is budgeted for the renovation of Aguda House, while 3 billion naira is budgeted for the renovation of official quarters of the Vice President in Lagos, bringing it to a total expenditure of 13.5 billion naira.
However, the one that you may query will be this one's about vehicles. And the example of President Hakainde Hichilema of Zambia.
I had that video. I was going to play it again, but
so,
go ahead.
President Hichilema of Zambia said, look, he's not going to change vehicles. He will just be using the vehicles that are there. So the question you now raise is, the vehicles that are already attached to the First Lady's office, what is wrong with them? Are we going to change all the vehicles? And then some of the vehicles, official cars in the villa, are we going to change all of them just because we have a new president? It shouldn't be the culture that each time a new president comes, you change all the vehicles. And in any case, this is still by way of supplementary budget. Unfortunately, people are protesting because the same National Assembly that has taken over 70 billion to buy vehicles for members is not likely to say no. It will just say, well, since we got our own, it's good for the villa to also get their own.
I think that image on TV right now is very instructive.
Yes,
the National Assembly spends 53.7 billion on cars for lawmakers in 12 years.
The third point is that in a country where inflation is shooting through the roof, there are concerns about foreign exchange. People would genuinely, legitimately feel scandalized that you are going to use public funds to go and buy luxury vehicles, for whatever purpose. So these are the issues here. Our leaders should be seen to also be cutting corners.
Yes.
They should be seen to be making sacrifice. And the most unfortunate part of it is that even when they don't make this sacrifice, these vehicles will not be bought locally. They will be imported. So, and the point has been made again and again that there are local companies here that are producing cars, and it should be good enough to produce, to patronize local car manufacturers, even if they are assembling even if there's car assembly plants.
I love that you mentioned that. A lot of people talk about the innocent motors. This is not. This has been trending. This was trending last week. It's a local manufacturer, and they produce vehicles that can be befitting for these lawmakers and the presidential villa. But before you speak, Rufai, I spoke to our State House correspondent this morning, Adeswa Omoruwan, and she talked about the fact, she said she spoke with the budget minister, and here's what she said. He says that the figures are justifiable because, there is a minimum standard that the state should provide for the presidency. Another thing that the minister also said was that, he gave an example of the German councillor who was received on Sunday, which actually got a lot of reactions because people were saying, why was he received in that manner and all of that. He said Nigerians should have provided a more befitting vehicle to pick him up. I don't know how much more that acceptance would have been, Rufai and Ayo, and that he thinks Nigerians should focus on big issues like the military getting the whooping 605 billion naira in the first instance from the Tinubu administration. Rufai, I know you want to speak.
Okay, so I've been itching to talk.
Yes.
Concerning the German ambassador, I think the best way to have received the German ambassador, if we're a sensible nation, I talk because I'm a patriot, should have been to use an Innoson or Nord car to drive the German chancellor. And when the president gets in with him, he says to him, that car is made in Nigeria. That's the height of Nigerian engineering, auto engineering.
Nigerians would have done by case. In a country that he told us that we need to make sacrifice. In a country that he made this statement, the same man. And you think you can believe any of these words? Think twice. Think twice. Nigeria, we don't enter a long ride. I'm just bringing it to you so that you will fasten your seatbelt, because this government will continue changing the gear for Nigerian people. They don't care about the shrinking economy. They don't care about reducing the cost of governance. They don't care about the suffering of Nigerians who are paying for their luxurious life. Oh yes. When they are telling you the Nigerian roads are bad, they are buying SUVs so that they don't feel it anytime they come across those bad roads they are supposed to fix. Instead of using the money to fix the road, they rather buy XUV. And Nigerians, they are looking at Kimbo because nothing will happen. Nothing will happen, even as me that is talking. I'm just talking for talking sake, right? I'm just trying to bring it to you so that you will know what's up. Get ready, because you're suffering. Continue adjusting, because you are good in adjusting. We are just yet to see the worst of this government. Just get ready. But I want to tell you, in case these words will seduce you, I'm bringing this video to you so that you will know that na scam. So that you don't believe these words and think that there is hope. There is no hope with this country under this government. There is no hope. That is just what I'm trying to bring to you. I'm not an alarmist. I'm just trying to sound the notice before time so that you don't get caught up, pants down. So that you stop asking questions. Where is your problem coming from? It is not witches and wizards from your village people. No. It is bad governance. And as the advocate for good governance, I will keep speaking until perhaps one day the people will rise and do the needful. I'm signing out. Help me share this video and tell me your thoughts on the comment section. Bye-bye for now.